Hello. Matthias asked if I can show a decimated 3D model texture baking from high quality mesh, low poly mesh. I will try that live for the first time actually. So let's get this one, for example. This is quite nice model which I generated on Hunyuan, and it also has oh, it's not okay. It also has a nice colored version of that old house. So I already decimated that, by the way. So the model was looking like this, and already decimated into something like that. And I will just copy that into my old building. And let's hide that for a while. So this is the textured version of that old house. And now I will just show how I bake them. So the first thing you should do is make them same size, so they compute the colors on the texture on the same spot, right? So I'm just checking. You can see this is not inside, and we need details to get that texturing. So I will maybe lower the, let's hide the decimation. Now you can see it's perfectly fits. Maybe I can use a bit higher numbers, like this is actually good for starting. So let's try baking now. So let's say if I'm happy with the Decimate, I'm just taking the original here and apply everything in here, and also we'll unwrap that. I'm going to use Smart UV for now and check the face orientation if there are any problems. For example, in here we have problem, and that's because I know the reason. That's why we have this original. No, okay. So the problem in here is the model is not one single mesh. It's tear apart while doing the retopo in Hunyuan. And also there's one problem. This is probably, let's delete that. And there is a bit of polygon going inside, but it's, as you can see, it's just a small fix. And also in here, this is not a big deal. You can just take these vertices on higher. It depends on your mesh also. You need to understand these basic things if you aim to work on 3D game. And then I will check if I see any red points. Okay, we only have this one, and I will take two of these points and hit F, and okay, it didn't work. Let me delete these. and I will take these both parts and delete the edge, and now join them together, and now we have hole fixed. I'm not gonna do a Blender tutorial. I just show you Hunyuan doesn't give perfect topology, but it's actually close to perfect, but you need to understand and you need to know inspection, 3D inspection for your topology. So now I will delete that one and bring that one in here on top of each other, and I need to make sure if they are completely fit. Let's assume that we fit that, and now I will just use Decimate. We don't have any texture on that, by the way. It's completely empty, and I will use 0.3, and let's see if they perfectly stand on each other. I think that would work. You shouldn't, you can't know without trying. So I'm gonna apply that, and we'll get to the edit mode, do a very basic smart UV project. Maybe I can hit Alt J, or look, I see a problem. Actually, it's not problem. I just want to eliminate unnecessary things around mesh. These are also separated, which is good. I want things separated. And also I see a problem in here. These are not big deal because this is going to be static mesh. And now it's quite fixed so far. And there is also, you can see there's also a problem. This is floating. I'm gonna delete that and go inside, delete that as well, this one, and fill the hole. And there is a empty area. I'm just doing that for getting the texture data. So I will not leave any empty area. But that's just, I'm just showing how you should clean up your 3D models from Hunyuan. And now I will do the baking process. So I'm coming to the add-on, which is SimpleBake. I'm not sure if it was paid or free, but I already licensed it. And I will add these two models in here. And also bake select objects target. And I will choose my retopo object in here. Let's hide that, just pick that and select both together again. I'm not going to change any of the settings, and I will just bake to target, and it starts, as you can see, and it finished in just a few seconds. And I'm going to add new material, and I will just add the bake texture and go to the render mode, and this is what we have. It's actually 6K triangles. It's actually, I mean, I'm just trying that, and I didn't spend too much time on it. As you can see, there are some texture bleedings, and that's because we didn't properly unwrap that model, and that's completely fine. But in your game, these won't be shown from distance. If you come closer like I do, you will see there's cage issues. There's black texture bleeding behind the lantern, and also there are some small problems, but you can always go texture painting and paint these out to fix these. I can even blur them out, you know. These are small problems that can be fixed anytime. like these bleedings, like so, this one, and also, for example, these are big ones. So I'm just gonna take the smear and do a little makeup for this texture. Now I felt myself above the painter bob, and little that, and little that, little this. And this is how you can actually clean your, it's all related to your unwrap. We don't have proper unwrap, so we are having this problem, right? And then I will just also there is a problem, but as I said, these can be fixed in nice UVing. And oops, this is a very easy process, and I'm just going to compare both side by side. Look at its topology. It's like taking from ZBrush. It's just, I mean, the details, level of detail is perfect. And this is what we have. I didn't do anything manually. I just used modifiers. And this is the texture quality. And as I said again, this depends on your UVs. And let's see how bad the UVs are. So this is what we have. This is what Hunyuan gave us. These are both terrible. But you know what? You can just do the manual unwrapping by adding seams. I'm not gonna do that in here. You can rebake texture again from taking from this data set. So this is how you use Hunyuan, and this got broken again. Anyway, okay, fixed. This is image generation, then mesh generation in Hunyuan, and then retopo in Hunyuan, and take it to Blender to decimate that to much better settings, the triangle wise, and then just bake your texture, and it's just ready for game, at least for vertical slice. Thanks for watching.